Hello students, I am Jyotiranjan Das. This is my second video for class 6 maths chapter 1, knowing our numbers. In first video we already aware of different type of number like natural number, whole number, etc. In this video, we will read about the estimate to the nearest tens, hundreds and thousands. Estimate to the nearest tens means rounding up to the nearest ten. Estimate to the nearest hundreds means rounding up to the nearest hundreds. Similarly, we also will do rounding up the numbers to the nearest thousands. Okay, well, to explain this I have taken certain example on the basis of questions. Question number 1, here I will teach you how to round up the given numbers to the nearest tens. How we can estimate the number or round up the number to the nearest 10. Here this number is 87. So we will round off 87 to the nearest 10. That will be 90. 87 rounding up to 90. How we get this answer? Let us go for this one. This is in the unit place and this is in the tens place. Round up to nearest 10 means we are rounding it up to the number 8. So when we round up number 8, that is in the tens place, we have to see what is there in its next, that is in ones place, what is there. 8 to next what? 7 is there. So this 7 is very important. This place is very important for us. If this number or the number in this place, if it is 5 or more than 5, then we have to add 1 to this number. Is that clear? When we round up to the nearest 10 to the number 87, 8 is in the tens place. So to round off 8, we have to see the next place value, that is in the ones place, which number is there. In ones place, if it is 5 or more than 5, then we will add 1 to the tens place, that is to 8. But if it is less than 5, then we will not add anything, but in the place, in the unit place, we will put a 0. So look at that, this number is 7, so it is more than 5, that's why we will add 1 to the number. So 8 plus 1 is 9. And in the place of 7, we will put a 0. So that's why 9 and a 0 gives you 90. So when we round up the number 87, we get its answer 90. In that connection, we will go for further some more numbers. Look at that. Here our next number is 56. This also will round up to the nearest 10. So ones place, tens place. Which number is in the tens place? 5. So we will round up 5. The next place is very important for us. In the next place, that is in the unit place, we find 6, which is more than 5. So 5 or more than 5, what you need to do? We have to add 1 to the tens place value. So in that case, we will add 1 to 5. So in that place, what you will get? 5 plus 1 is 6. And in the place of 6, we will put a 0. So 6 and 0, 60. So when we round off 56 to the nearest 10, we get its answer as 60. Since this number is more than 5, we will add 1 to this number, and then in the place of 6, we will put a 0. So 6 and 0, it is 60. Coming to another example of the nearest 10, rounding up to the nearest 10, we find another number is 238, ones place, tens place and hundred place. Children, we are rounding up to the tens digit only, or nearest 10. So it is important for us that we will see these two digits only, first two digits. Okay, ones place, tens place. So whatever in the 100 place, we will write it as it is for the time being. So 100 place 2 is there. So here we are writing 2 directly. But look at that. In the tens place, we are rounding up this 3 number 3, digit 3. So because it's in the tens place. So next number is what? More than 5 again. So what you have to do? You have to add 1 to the number 3. So when we are adding 1 to 3, so we are getting 4. That means 2, 4, 24. In the place of 8, 0. So 240. Is that clear? Ones place, tens place. In the tens place number we will round up since it is rounding up to the nearest 10. So in that case we have to see in the next digit is what? It is 5. If 5 or more than 5, we'll add 1, and in this place we'll put a 0. So when we are adding here 1, 2, 4, and in this place we'll put a 0. So 2, 4, 0, 240. Similarly, when we go for the next number, again nearest 10, we'll find here tens place digit is which one? 5 now. But in next place what you find here, this place is very very important, children. This is 5 or more than 5, we have to see here it is more than 5. So we will add here 1. So we will find here 3, 7, and when we are adding here in the place we will write 6 now. 3, 7, 6, and in the place of 6 we will put a 0. So you find here 3, 7, 6, 0. Its meaning is 3756. When round up to the nearest 10, 1 and 10's place digit is changed, 56 is changed to 60. So 3756 now will yield to 3760. Similarly, 3754, when round up you can find here it is a 4. Now this number we are rounding up to 5 and next number is a 4, less than 5. So in that case we will not add anything to 5. So it will remain 3, 7, 5 and 0. Because here it is less than 5. That's why we did not add anything to this number. And we are writing the same number 5. But in the place of 4 we will put a 0. Is that clear? So when the rounding up to the nearest 10 we are talking about, the next digit is very important. So it is less than 5, that's why we did not add anything to the previous number, and we are writing it is 3750 without adding anything. In the place of 4 we are placing a 0. Okay, so 3754 when round up to nearest 10, instead of increasing, since it is 4, less than 5 is there, that's why it is decreased. That is 3750. In the place of 54 we are getting 50. Similarly, 3753 results you 3750. Again, because this 3 is less than 5. Okay, we should not add anything to the tens place digit. Similarly, when we find here 3755, what do you find here? This round up number is 5 in the tens place, but unit place number is also more than 5. So in that case we have to add one number to this one. So 3700, in the place of 5 will write here 6 and here 0. So 3760. So this is some idea I gave by taking some example to round up to the nearest 10 or estimating the number to the nearest 10 we learned. Similarly, when we go for rounding up the number to the nearest 100, I am taking example of some more numbers to explain you how to round up to the nearest 100. Now we will learn how to round up the number to the nearest hundreds. Look at here, the number given here in the question 2 is 368. Okay, so we have to round up to nearest 100. So this is our ones place digit, tens place digit, this is 100 place digit. Its meaning is we are rounding up now number 3 or digit 3 which is in the 100 place. So it is very very important for us that our next digit is what? Next digit in the tens place, what do we find here? 6. So if this digit is 5 or more than 5, then we will add 1 to this number. If this number is less than 5, then we will not add anything to this number. Since this is more than 5, we added here 1. So in the place of 3, what we will write here now? 4. and other two digits are 0 0. So we find in the place of 368, when we round up, we are getting 400. Is that okay? Clear? So we have to see which number nearest 100, means we will count up to 100 place, and that digit only we have to round up. And for rounding of a number, the next digit, that means the next place value is very very important. That if more than 5 or 5, then we add 1 to the previous number. If less than 5, we will not add anything, but we will put zeros in the previous places by writing the same number. Look at this number again. So same, nearest 100 means 1's place, 10's place and 100 place. In the 100 place 5 is there, so we are rounding up now 5. Next place is what? It is 7. 7 is again more than 5, so we will add here 1. So it is 3 6, then 0 0. We are finding, so 3578, round up to 3600. Similarly children, when we are finding here nearest 100, look at that, 100 round up to nearest 100, 1's place, 10's place, 100 place. And the 100 place, what you find here now? 9. So next place is 9. So more than 5. We will add here 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. So we cannot write here 10. What we need to do, then we will shift 1 to this area. That is 3 will convert into 4, and here we will write 0. So it is 4 0 0. Its meaning is 3990. 990, when we round up to nearest 100, it convert into 4000. Since we are adding 1 means it gives you 10. 10 means we will write here a 0, and 1 is a transfer to, that is number 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So in the 1000 place, the number is increased to 4000. That is what the tricks we have to apply in the case of nearest 100. That is round up or estimate to the nearest 100. Similarly, when we go for the rounding up to the nearest 1000, one more example 3 we will consider here. In the example 3, we find a question is 3878. What do you find here? 3878 is a number, and we are rounding up to the nearest 1000. 1000 means, let us count now, 1's place, 10's place, 100 and 1000. In the 1000's place, what you find here? 6. So the next digit is very very important. What is this? This is more than 5. If it is more than 5, what you need to do? You add 1 to this number. So in the place of 6, what you will write now? 7. And in other places we will put zeros. Okay, so 6878, now round up to 7000, because we are rounding up to the nearest 1000. Is that clear? Now when we go for the next number, 7890, 1's place, 10's, 100 and 1000. Okay, in the 1000 place means you are going to round up now 7. So the next place is what? 8. 8 means it is more than 5. So add 1 to this number. We are getting 8. So rest all places will put 0. So it is round up to 8000. Children, the next question you see here is very very important. 1's place, 10's place, 100 place. We are going to round up to 8. So next digit is what? 6. More than 5. So add 1. Add 1 means what you find in here? In the place of 8, we are going to write 9. So look at that. 7 2 will be remain as it is when we are adding here 9. Yeah, we have to write it 7 2. Okay, as it is, and nearest 1000 we are rounding up. Since we are rounding up to the nearest 1000, look at that. 1000 means 1's, 10's, 100 and 1000. We are rounding up now 2. So when we round up to 2, the next digit is very very important for us. So what is it? 8. So we have to add here 1. So when we are adding 1, what are you finding here? It is 3. So 73000, that is 73,000. Its meaning is 72,860, round up to 73,000. Is that clear? So in this video we learn how to round up or estimate. This is the second video for the chapter 1, knowing our numbers. The first video is already on the YouTube. You can go through first video first, then go to the second video. Thank you.